guys know I'm in the background making noise. I gotta check if I'm. You guys know I'm in the background making noise. I gotta check if I'm streaming on Twitch. I don't think so. This never changes. Okay. I think we're good, guys. Whoever's here, I see 2 people. I might be one of them. All right, all right, all right. Let me close my door, take a sip of water. Whew, it's been a long day, guys. But I'm here. Celebrating my anniversary. What's up, guys? So supposedly I can see your chat, but I better check and chat at myself. Or if somebody is here, feel free to say hello to let me know that I am not alone. Even though that's okay. Nobody's here. Nobody's here. Okay, so that's working. Guys, I know somebody's gonna rewatch the rerun of this, and I have the music playing in the background. So what's it all about? It's been 3 years since I started this journey. So I'm gonna go through that first video, which was the yellow dress, right? I have gotten a lot of comments, and I'm just gonna go ahead and read them. Why not? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. And since it's my video, there's no copyright issue. But let's move this to the window of the chat. Right? So guys, this is crazy. I'm gonna turn this royalty-free music down. Right? Okay, we're gonna read the comments and everything. So I decided one day as I was learning Clo 3D that I was gonna go ahead and make this video. And little did I know, 3 years ago, I'm up to 8,000 subscribers. Yay! Clap for yourselves, and thank you so much for all your support. And it's awesome. I have ads on this, so I'm just gonna change my profile. Hold on. Switch to my lady account. No. Let's make this bigger. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk through this, guys, because this was back at a time. I think this was Clo 5.0. And they had not like a lot of the updates and everything that you see now were not there. So I was very new to the program. I didn't know that much about it, and look where I am now. Now, you know, I would never have these types of problems because I know that you can put it there and you can actually fold it. I don't have to wrap it around the model. I can actually fold it, actually flip it the other way. There's so many little things, of course, that you learn along the way that you would never think of when you're starting out. So I'm glad that this video helped a lot of people. You know, right now I'm talking to myself, but it feels good to be able to help people, and that's why I built this channel. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. 8,000 strong. I was gonna say 80,000. That'll be the day. 80,000. The fashion tech. I spoke it into the universe. So you guys, 80,000 more people are gonna come on. But what I want you to know is that I cherish these moments. I cherish these interactions with you. A lot of people wondered what this workflow was. This in the beginning was very much a trial and error. This was before I had training. This was before I really got into it and got like excited about doing it. I don't know if I have makeup all over my face from eating. But let's read some of the comments because, you know, almost 80,000 people have watched this video. So it's at 79,833. And a lot of these comments, we're gonna turn down the music. Maybe you can't hear me, but I'm sure you can. I'm the only one here. So anybody that comes in, please check in and say hi, and leave a comment or like on this video. So one of the first comments that I got was, thank you so much for teaching this, and that was about 7 months ago. Someone made their first outfit in Clo and followed my guide. Super proud. Thank you, Pari Sans S. Thank you so much for that encouragement. I shall keep going, and hopefully I can encourage more people to try Clo out and just to learn it a little bit better. I mean, you can see here that I was just so green, you know, as so many people do. I was making some of the same mistakes that you make early on, but the fact that you're able to follow a video like this or any of my other videos and kind of get it, and then find your own workflow and find your own style of working. If you notice, there are several people that teach Marvelous Designer and Clo. Hi, Dunya. How are you? I like that name. It sounds like Donya. Maybe that's what it is, Donya. But welcome. And I'm just talking about the first video. This was a surprisingly good experience, and I'm glad I was able to help people, you know, with this first video. This is 3 years ago, and you know, we're here just to celebrate. Actually, I'm drinking water and I just had my dinner, but I'm here on with you guys. If you have questions or anything, we're watching this first video that I ever did, and look how tight I made the garment. I think that's one of the first things that people do when they try out clothes, that everything is super tight. Like, you don't realize, like, the garment is hi, you don't realize that the garment is supposed to be a little bit loose. Hi, Boban. Yeah, this was the great video, right? Like, I'm so like, you know, happy and proud that I was able to you know, help you guys out with this. I was going through and reading some of the comments. We're gonna play it again from the beginning, but there's so many things that I didn't know that I just kind of just play with it. And that's what I love about the program, is that you can just unleash your creativity, you know, in 3D as a designer. If you know a little bit about design, if you know a little bit about pattern making, then you're able to like go ahead and make something like this, and then, you know, feel proud. You know, I feel proud making this. So I did my research though. I analyzed that garment and I did my research, and that will help too once you know what the pieces are that you're trying to aim for. Sometimes we just kind of freehand and, you know, freelance on, you know, just making patterns and stuff like that. But I felt like this was pretty good, and getting that invisible zipper and that button. But you notice I didn't change the button color, the button thread color, you know, so I missed that step. But now working for other people and learning to, you know, refine the craft. Yes, I am a technical designer, Boban. I have been a designer, pattern maker, technical designer, and I've been in the industry for about 25 years. My specialty is swim. And you know, I love Clo 3D because, you, like I said, you can be creative. It works with your own flexibility, you know. So right here I started to take yes, I have done freelancing for 3D, and I have done freelancing just, you know, for designing, and, you know, I have private clients and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I do freelance, you know, but we're here to celebrate 3 years on YouTube. See a little thing there that I wasn't able to fix, but I figured it out and I got that little part done too. So I was reading some of the comments. Honestly, bless you for making these videos. I know what I'll be doing with all of my time this week. That was 2 years ago, and I hope Monica's doing fabulous after 2 years of working with Chloe. Hi Janine, happy anniversary. Yes, 3 years have gone by since the yellow dress. Oh, can you believe it? We have both grown up. Over 3 years, we have both grown up. This is getting crazy. It's such a good thing to connect with people and build relationships in this niche of fashion. It's a niche of fashion, but it also is, guys, becoming the norm. So I'll talk a little bit about business as well. We can watch the video together, but the climate is changing, guys. Hi Natalia, how are you? Thank you for joining the 3rd anniversary. Woo! 8,000 subscribers. Woo! If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. You gotta click the little subscribe button. But 8,000 of you have graciously subscribed to my channel, and I'm so happy to share all of this with you. Like I was saying, in the industry, it is becoming the norm. People are expecting you as a technical designer, as a designer, as well as a pattern maker, whatever profession that deals with making the actual clothing, they want you to have 3D. They want you to walk in the door with 3D already like made and like showing them your 3D portfolio. It doesn't even matter if you're not a designer or if you're coming in as a technical designer. They want to know that you can switch your gears to be doing 3D. I'm actually interviewing for someone to assist me on my 9-to-5 job. I do have one of those. But yeah, guys, they want this person proficient in 3D. So I have to interview somebody who has 3D experience. Hi from Germany. Hi, Tina Lisa. How are you? Yeah, this is not going anywhere. This is not a fad, guys. This is not something that's like, oh, it's so cute. You can learn it. You can do your little designs. You can do your little designs on here. No, this is part of the fashion industry. So if you haven't already dipped your toe into any 3D program, now there are a couple of 3D programs that we are going to talk about. But like I said, people are expecting you to walk in with some kind of 3D experience and some kind of like some kind of portfolio or some, something you can show them to show your skills. So if you haven't already done that, there are a lot of free websites you can do. You can beef up your Instagram, whatever it is. If you're actually trying to get into the fashion industry, if you don't have your own business, this is something that you can start doing and just taking things to the next level and pushing your 3D experience. So I think it's just like Illustrator. When we were doing flat sketches with pen and ink, and then Illustrator came along, it was required for you to go into a job interview knowing Illustrator. It was no longer acceptable just to be able to draw. You had to be computer literate. So now we all have to be 3D literate. So I hope this channel gets to that, and after 3 years, guys, it's not going anywhere. Look, the struggle is real. So I'm a bit of a comedian, guys. And that's why it's kind of hard for me to like sit down and be serious. I've gotten a lot of critique on my videos where people want me to be more straight-laced and more teacher-friendly, and I can do that. But this is me. This is, my personality. I think that it's good to see mistakes. I think that it's good to talk things through because it brings a level of reality. There's so many, how can I say it? There's so many ways that people learn 3D visually. They learn by listening. They learn by listening and doing. They learn by just watching someone do it or interacting, asking a lot of questions. So by no means should anybody be left out of learning 3D. Whatever style you have, it is something that is attainable, and it's something that will stretch your creative limits. This is Digital Fashion Week, And there are a lot of digital fashion shows. If you want to look that up, Digital Fashion Week, I think I can look that up for you. Let's see, hold on. Let's see what we can find out about Digital Fashion Week. But like I said, 8,000 subscribers is like, it's got me so excited, guys. So Digital Fashion Week is here. Let's see if I can pull it up on the website for you guys. Yeah, here it is. So guys, if you don't know about it, it's happening this week, the 10th through the 13th. So I guess tomorrow's the last day to get in on some of these events. But we'll just talk about it for a quick second while I put that on pause. Yeah. So there are tickets. Let's see the schedule of events. So some of these events have already happened. This was on Thursday. And there's a lot of it online. Like what people are doing right now is they're doing sneak peeks on Instagram. They're doing lots of discussions, and lots of like designers are really like pushing the 3D genre like to the next level, where, you know, they're competing with actual Fashion Week, you know, at the same time as Fashion Week. So it's gonna be really great. Let's see what happens if I click on one of these virtual tickets. So if you guys don't know about that, that's digitalfashionweek.nyc, and it is happening right now as we speak. So this is Saturday the 12th, and there's one event going on, that was going on this afternoon. So see if you can catch up and see if you can find out like where the restreams are or whatever's happening. I think they have a, their Instagram shows a lot of different things. But like I said, it's pushing people's creativity. No longer is it just acceptable to just, you know, even though it's great if you do pen and paper, but 3D is the way to go. This one was one of the videos that I loved the most. And I don't know if you can. Somebody let me know if you can hear this. I know it's a little loud, but let me know if you can hear that. Those are metahumans. That's one on my next list of things to try, is to do Clo3D and a metahuman. But it looks a little bit difficult because it's difficult. I got more RAM, but I opened up Unreal Engine, which is what the metahumans work with, and as soon as I opened it up, it crashed. As soon as I opened it up, it crashed. So I was like, okay, I need some fine tuning on my computer in order to work with these metahumans. I did do some metahuman work, and it's not that hard, but it's just a different type of thing than I'm used to, other than like Daz 3D, because you guys know that I use Daz 3D for making my avatars. And let's see, I have one video up. Let's see another sneak peek. If you guys can't hear what's going on in the video, just please tell me, because I don't know you can't hear unless you can't hear. You tell me. So this one actually has no sound, so no worries on that. So there's one person, Tom. Let's see if the digitals have anything up. So I mean, this is like so amazing. Like Tom, this is the digitals work, and Tom from the digitals does all of these wonderful 3D creations. I believe he did this one with Browseware. Browseware is also something that I use to create clothing. Browseware, right now I'm using Browseware. Right now I'm using Clo3D, and I'm also starting to use Style3D a little bit more. I like Style3D for their animations. The ease of animation, every program works with animation, but the ease of animations kind of takes a load off of all of the steps that you have to do. So I kind of like that a lot. But this is Tom's work, one of my favorite people. So he's rendering that in DAZ 3D. He's got his light set up. He's got his camera movements. He's got his avatar moving around in a circle. He's got everything lined up and his lights are moving. These are some of the things that people are getting into. This is why it's becoming such a competitive part of the industry. This is what people are doing. I mean, this is so creative and so exciting. So, oh, he made this one in Clo. I thought he made it in Browseware, but it's fabulous. If you don't know the Digitals, they are the creators of Shadoo, and they're doing other things now. I believe this one was in Browseware. Same concept of just like spinning around, but he did some other things with like the ornaments and like the I guess the little trims that are hanging off of the sweatshirt. Like, it's really cool. I mean, do you guys do you get it where we're going? I mean, I came on tonight to talk, you know, to talk about 3D and to talk about over the past 3 years what we've seen, because we've seen things that just knock me out, honestly, to see what people can come up with in 3D. I know that we sometimes can limit ourselves, but when you watch other people and you watch other people doing it, which is why I like to do the videos, it just shows you that, you know, you could do it. Like, it's not, you know, so hard as it is just taking the time to learn, you know. And I think as a creative person, we can all do that. We could all stand to learn a little bit more every day. So these are some of the things that, yeah, see? Oh, I have a yeah, that should do. Like, she got her hairs growing a little bit. I like to think of her as an actual real person. I don't know what it is, but they do such great work, such detail, and you know, it is attainable, but this is what the fashion industry is going to yeah, so we can talk about that. Is everybody agreed to like talk about the different programs and the workflow? Because I'm going to talk about that next. But look at all this amazing stuff. I just posted my video in honor of, hold on a second, the yellow dress. Come on, it's a party. It's not that long. But guys, like I said, yes, and Janine, you're absolutely right. Over the past 5 years, 3D has come like a tremendously long way. So usually I'm going to open up all three programs so that you guys can get a look at all three of them at the same time, and we're going to talk through yeah, what are you saying? Combined with upgraded computing power. Oh, okay, so I just started this in the beginning, I started this talking about Unreal Engine and literally just upgraded my computer thinking I was going to do some metahuman work. That did not happen. My computer crashed as soon as I opened Unreal Engine 5, right? The NVIDIA Omniverse is another thing I have to look into, you know, as far as just being able to share things and just being able to see things on another level. But yeah, the more creative we get, the more we get demanding on what our computers and what our machines can do, you know, which is really, really crazy. Because we're pushing other industries, as we push the fashion industry, we're pushing other industries to upgrade their things to meet our expectations and our creative flow. It's really all about the creativity that you guys do. You're pushing industries. You're pushing the fashion industry. You're pushing people overseas and in the different countries that produce actual garments now, they have to be 3D proficient. They cannot just be 2D pattern work, and they have to be 3D proficient. There's so much going on in the realm of having to teach them, and more and more people getting on board. Okay, I'm gonna go to my V-Stitcher. So this interface is Clo 3D. I'm gonna open up a file, project. All right, all my information is going on. I'm gonna have to hold you on, guys, for something. Hold on a second. Be right back. Oh, really? My computer's frozen. Is it really frozen? No, it's not really frozen. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me log into all these programs and I shall be right back. Almost there. See, Natalia, you joined, and now you're gonna get your questions answered. I love it. Uh-oh. All right, we have a glitch right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm right here. Got a little glitch in the matrix. Sick of love slipping through fingertips. Watch that flame keep it flickering. Fuck all that developing bitterness. I think we bigger than
all of them elements. Love unconditional, disaster is imminent. We ain't got minutes to spare for individual. I know what you did cause you human, and no man is perfect, so I expect you is. Yeah.
All that's said is done, all that's done, gone under the sun. Won't you come with me, fall in love like nothing matters except for us.
Yeah, everybody fall down once. Yeah, every lover fall down once. Yeah, everybody fall down once. Every lover fall down once. All the way.
Okay, so we're only gonna have two. I'm gonna keep monitoring the message. So let me get back to you guys right now. Oh boys, curse words in this. Oh boy. I probably didn't notice that the whole time. They were probably cursing the whole time. Where are you people? Oh. Okay, I'm back, guys. Okay, so right now we're just gonna look at Flow 3D, and my Style 3D is not working, but I do have a little bit of video that I can run through with you guys about Style 3D. But let's see if they answer me back, because they might answer me back and like, I don't know, but something is wrong with my login. So this is Flow 3D. Like I said, I'm gonna open up most of you are familiar. I think, Natalia, your question is the difference between Flow and Browseware and Style 3D, right? So let's get to that. Let's open up something in project. Oh, by the way, okay, so I'm gonna open up just this wrap dress. By the way, Janine, you're probably already aware, but on the Patreon, I have gifted everyone with 12 fabrics. Let me read it specifically what you guys got. You got 12 fabrics today in honor of the anniversary. 12 fabrics that I made in Substance and Designer. Actually, I made them in Substance Sampler. You got 3 patterns, this dress being one of them. And you got a pants pattern, like a jumpsuit, and you got another dress, which I'll show you in a bit. And with these garments that you got in today's Patreon, those like your sleeves, you can interchange, like the pieces actually fit with each other. So since everything is made for the avatar that I have here, I put the avatar in. Everything is pretty much made to fit that avatar. So if you want this top on the jumpsuit, you can go ahead and put it. You won't have to do much fitting, and vice versa. So all of the styles have like a waist seam, so that you can just like interchange the pieces. It's good for practice, good for working, as well as you guys got the fabric, you got the avatar, and all of the poses that are in the files are the custom poses that I made for these avatars. So you guys got all of that in celebration of 3-year anniversary. So I think that's cool. So basically, Natalia, this is the interface of Flow 3D. Basically, you have your 2D tools, you have 3D tools, 2D tools, you have tools in the window, you have on this panel here, you have all of your creation tools, you have all of your like their fabric tools here, texture tools. Pretty much everything you need to make a garment on the flat is on one side. So they've organized it with a 2D and a 3D window, which is really great because, you know, sometimes it's left brain, right brain situation, and you just want to see like, how does it look in 3D? Do I want to move it around? Do I want to go ahead and, you know, play with it and make it move a little, you know? I have the particle distance up really high, so that's why I'm doing that. But I might want to just play with it, you know, and see what it looks like in 3D. Or I might want to go ahead to the 2D. I might want to go ahead to the 2D and make changes. Like maybe I have too many dots here and I want to go ahead and smooth the line and take off dots, which I think because of the program that I work in, like it's making all of these dots. So don't kill me, guys. But like I said, all of the colorways. You have situations here. You have the simulation. You have the animation tab, which will show the 3D animation. You know, you can move your model. You can have a timeline down here. You have a print layout, which I did not do the print layout, but if I wanted to go ahead and lay everything out, I could go ahead and distribute, align. Actually, let's see, distribute horizontally. Nah. Anyway, so everything's according to how the grain line is laid out. You can go ahead and lay it out. I think once I get it on the actual thing that it will tell me what I need to do. I was supposed to do a follow-up video on this with the pattern making video that I have online, and I have not gotten around to that. I'm actually trying to enjoy living life as a grown adult with a grown child who is in college. I gotta get my life back. I gotta get my life back. So I've been hanging out and going out. There's a lot going on with the whole virus and all that kind of stuff. So I am in no way laying this out perfectly, but I'm just showing you this is one of the things that you're able to do. Right now, everything is turned to be according to the fabric grain line. You can see that. So I'm not doing this, and it snaps too. I didn't know that. It snaps too. Oh, nice. So, yeah. And there's nowhere, like, one of the things that you have to realize is that when you're doing 3D work, you have more pieces than you need to lay out. So let's see, because somebody told me that before. I'm going to read exactly what you just said, Tina Lisa. Thank you for joining us. I know you have a lot of experience. I think I've seen you do some stuff too. Hello, English Taylor. How are you? You have to click. If you hit the play button, it auto... Ah! Stop playing, guys. Is this what you guys mean, this thing here? Oh my God. That tells you... And here's the progress bar. I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna go to heaven now if this happens. I have not ventured into this part of the program. So right now you're watching me become amazed. Ah! Ah! Oh my God, I love it. Look how close it is. Look how close. Look. Bam. I love it. So, making markers, anyone, this is what you do. Janine and Tina Lisa, thank you, because I have not like gotten into this part of the program. But this is good because my next steps, like in the next 2 months, I'm actually going to print a pattern. I'm going to send it to print, and I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to sew it up, and we're going to see. I'm going to use a model, model's measurements. I'm going to use her body scan, and then I'm going to use her measurements in the different programs, and then I'm going to do that. So this is excellent, guys. Thank you so much. Uh-oh, wait. Below, there are different options. In the property editor. Oh. Oh. Because I didn't even put the fabric down. I didn't even put the fabric cuttable width, or I didn't put anywhere. Oh, colorways all, so it has all the colorways there. Grain direction, one way. Ah. You just made your first marker yesterday. It's celebration day, so I'm celebrating for you, the English Taylor. Because, whoa. Let's make some stuff for spring and summer, guys, and show it off. I mean, that's the next level. People want to know that this thing can actually make real clothes, and they can look look good and fit well. That's what people want to know. This is exciting. In the middle. In the middle. Here. Default arrangement. Rest. Remove. Nest settings. In the middle. Natalia, tell me where, because I want to see. I want everyone to see like where you're talking about. So I could say stop nesting. Do I have any? Oh, see the cuttable width of the fabric and everything. So I can make this bigger. We could do it again, guys. Let's do it again. 58 is a usual American type of thing, right? So where, Tina Lisa, where is in the middle? Because I don't know where in the middle is. I can choose 2 ways. So let's see what happens. Below the play sign, the settings, right? The settings. Oh, look at that nice type marker right there. Oy. Oh, let's hit stop. You guys got me playing with this. I'm supposed to be showing Natalia all the, the programs, but I'm so excited right now. I don't know what to do right now. I don't think I can stop. Is it here? Not this. Not this, Natalia, right? The settings. Or is it this? Because if I hit this, nothing happens. This thing comes up, the property editor, telling me how much pieces I have, how everything is. I mean, this is fantastic, but let's finish showing the rest of the program because look, I'm gonna be playing with this the whole time. So does it go for every color, right? If I go back, if I go on this color and if I go back to print layout, wow, that's for every color. All right, guys, so that's, I guess we all know what the next tutorial is going to be. Once I figure out what Tina Lisa is saying, I will figure it out and we'll get back to it. But there are other ways. There, like you said, I just flashed the colorway section, so you can go ahead and recolor all of your garments. Basically, with fabric and trim, you can recolor the fabric and the trim. Yep, let's just make sure Natalia is still with us. Natalia, this is all for you, so let's take a look. Let's make sure you're still here. Modular, we know what that's all about. I have a video on the modular configurator here. So you can actually, this is kind of actually like blocks. So I've went ahead and made my own block here. I think I just messed it up by clicking on it, but yeah. So this is the modular configurator, which I can actually take this dress and make it modular by putting it in place into these little sections. Like if I wanted to put it in here, then it would widen for that. And I can make this a block. I can actually go ahead and make this a standard style that I just load up, and then I could play around. I never have to sew it again. I don't have to worry about the fit because I'll know that it's for whatever specific model it's for, and it's already sewn. So if I want to make it longer, shorter, if I want to add pockets, if I want to do, you know, add another collar, say I want to do a collar with this style, open collar or shawl collar or something like that, then I can go ahead and do it in the module configurator. But I don't have to re-sew. It will be like an auto sewing thing. And that's another thing that this this does. Let me open up an easier style so I'm not messing up my style here. Don't save. But you guys, you have all of these things. You have all of these wonderful dresses in the Patreon. So I'm just gonna flash these real quick. Oh, here. My screensaver is an avatar that I made about 2 years ago. And let me just put under here. So you guys got these dresses with the lace. You got the lace fabric, you got the dresses. And like I said, everything cuts off at the waist, so you can go ahead and change it. So I'm just gonna go through really quickly. And then I gave you a lot of colorways for the fabrics. I gave you lace fabric, I gave you herringbone fabric, so, and this jumpsuit with the, you know, the cute collar. So you guys got that today in the Patreon. Enjoy. Let me open up a new file. Let's close the configurator. Let's go to our simulation and let's go to our, you can click on these windows, 2D and 3D. You're getting a crash course. Natalia's getting a crash course. This is a preview. Open project. I don't want to save it. I want to open a different project. Guys, hold on, because I got projects all over the place. Oh, I know where there's some cool different projects that are something simple, please. I don't know that I do anything simple. All right. This one seems simple enough, but old. It's an older file. Oh, yeah, Black Mamba. I don't know why I call the file Black Mamba, guys. Isn't that from Kill Bill? Isn't that from Kill Bill? I always forget where the camera is. Isn't that Kill Bill? Black Mamba. That was Vivica Fox's character. It's also a snake. I'm gonna open, and I'm not going to add. I'm gonna open the avatar. No, let's do it without the. Let's do it with the avatar. So I'm opening up a file that I don't mind messing up. Yeah, so look at that. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this avatar. I'm gonna put this back in the middle. And I'm gonna say, let's see if I can get an avatar in here real quick. Sometimes I make avatars with like similar names and I'm just like, what avatar is that? I'm like, oh, I made that one. Oh, so let's see. Let's put Grace in here. So I happen to know that this dress is a little tight, but it might fit Grace perfectly, but it was a little tight on the, so you're getting a crash course on how you arrange points. What I'm doing right now is I'm arranging the avatar, the pieces on the avatar, and this is called 3D arrangement. So if you just click a piece and you hover on the little dot, then it goes to where that dot is. And then you can also maneuver it with the gizmo. Let's see here. Yeah, so the gizmo pops up when you select the piece. You can move it out, you can move it to the front, back, upside down, wherever. But let me get these pieces in place. My cat's knocking on the door because he's crazy. And let's just move this down a little bit. Hopefully this fits her well. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, actually, this piece needs to come out. Oh, this piece needs to come out, and this piece needs to go in. It's called order of operations. What do you sew first? So these collars are on top of the dress. So I just pull them out a little bit, and it makes the computer understand a little bit more what I want to do. So let's do it. Did it happen? What happened? My computer's doing a lot of things right now with the chat going, with the YouTube streaming out. I have the Stream Deck. I have Browseware open. That's why I got 64 gigabytes of RAM, because I needed it if I was going to continue on this road. But let's give it some time to think. But a lot of people that use this don't really take pattern making considerations into things. But I think there's like in the industry, there's a divide. And I think it's also perpetuated by how we learn to do 3D, because this thing stopped here. Let's let this go a little bit further. Yeah, let's let that go a little bit further. I'm going to change the color so you can just see the style of the dress a little bit. But some people use it for pattern making and are serious hardcore, like the English tailor, Tina Lee. So you guys actually using the marker thing and printing out patterns and making patterns. That's pretty much, you know, using it for industry purposes. However, there are people who are using it also just purely creative. Sorry guys, I just ate dinner. Purely creative. But here's my question. What are they teaching in the schools? Because in the schools, they're starting to adopt a lot of these 3D programs. I think my particle distance is too high. But what are they doing? Yeah. So what are they doing about teaching the students? Because I got some things going on here. So let's use my keyboard. Yes. Parry, you missed it. I was reading your comment from 7 months ago, and in the beginning of the video, and I was thanking you very much for being a member, and I was hoping that you were progressing. Me and my fancy long thing here. Let's see if I can trick the computer to not wrap it around her leg. All right. Next, I'm going to change the particle distance so you guys can actually see what's going on. It's like 5. Why do I have this whole dress as 5? All right. So particle distance. What did I just do? I changed the particle distance of the fabric, which is this. So this is the actual mesh, and this is how the mesh is structured to create the simulated fabric. What I did was make it a little bit more open to assist in the simulation. So what I just did, went from 5 to 15. So I'll just turn it to 5, and you can see that that's a little bit high to actually try to maneuver and make things happen in the 3D window. So 15 is good. 15 is my personal default. And now you'll see when we simulate, it will be a little bit easier to simulate. See, look at that. So you only want to have your particle distance high when you're done, meaning you're ready to render and you're not going to touch this garment anymore. Don't touch. Once you raise the particle distance, it is going to give your computer a headache if you try to go ahead and make more changes and manipulations. So what I'm going to do here, I told one of my co-workers who's studying 3D, I said, for some reason, when you zoom in on the part that you have, let me know if you guys experience this. I'm showing it in live motion. If you zoom in, the computer kind of knows that you want to work on that area, and it makes it a little bit more friendlier instead of like zooming out and not knowing what area you want to focus on. It's kind of like pressing the F key. If you press the F key, focuses on what you want, right? That was me pressing the F key. Done with you. All right, let's take it out. Let's take it out. All right. Such a nice dress, but it's good because I can show you how things actually work. But let's take the color off black because no one who can see that except if I have the lines out like that. Black. And you guys know that black is never black on this program. Black is always some kind of jump up from 000. And so I had added some colors here. This green color is nice. Why does it look so dark? Oh, because I'm doing this. I have the texture in, I have the normal map in the texture, and I don't think I can drag it, right? Yeah, what's up with that? Let's get rid of that. That's the color I want. So you could also put your normal map in from your library. Like if I click on that little button, the library opens up. And I could just put like PK, normal PK. And this still has not come up. Oh. So it makes it a little simpler if your mesh is bigger. And I'm glad you guys are using it for pattern making. Guys, I have a little ADD, so you gotta bear with me. So back on the subject of who's teaching I want to know who's teaching the kids and what are they teaching them? And are they teaching them as designers or are they teaching them as pattern makers? Because they're going to come up into the industry. They're going to be getting the entry-level jobs and all that kind of stuff. So I did make these sleeves long on purpose. So now I just have to fix that little thing. Again, if you're somewhere and you want to focus, you hit the F key. And the computer will tell you that's where you want to be. So yeah, these sleeves are way too long, but I kind of like them like that. And if you hit your hotkeys too, we'll bring you right back. So there's a whole section of hotkeys in your settings, user settings. You can make your own hotkeys, but usually all the hotkeys are like taken. Shortcuts is what they're called. So if you open up the shortcuts menu under your settings, it will tell you simulate, you hit the space bar. Move is Q, etc. So if you want to set up something for here, a hotkey for this, you can go ahead and do it. You can go ahead and do it. Fold arrangement. I forgot how you do it, but you could change it. Somewhere in here you're able to change it. I'm not sure which field it is or if it's reset or what. But maybe it's this WP grid. I don't know. But you can change it, but this is where your hotkeys lie. So if you want to display, like there are a lot of different ones. Viewport, that's where all your hotkeys are. So once you start opening these up, you can see what has hotkeys and what doesn't. And if you look in the manual online, it will tell you how to change the hotkey. So I'm just gonna close that for now. So now we're back to our thing. So that's the hotkeys. Yeah, lovely, right? So now that you've got a dress, let's pretend that that didn't take as long as it did. Now you've got a dress, and you can actually animate the dress. So if you want to go ahead and add animation, there is a file that you can go to when you go into your avatars. It's called Motion, and that's where your animations live. So if I just click on this, it will add an animation to the timeline. This is the dress, so let's go ahead and add that. And what happens is there's a transition here. Oh, thank you. It helps if you superimpose over when you do your arrangement. Yeah. You know what? I think sometimes you get used to your own workflow. Yeah, guys, I definitely want you guys to talk about it, because DC Suite looks good. It looks like what Chloe used to be. Or it looks like their brother and sister, or cousin, uncles, and, you know, second cousins once removed. I want to know what's the difference. I think Style 3D is taking over. I think it's taking over because I'm going to show you some of the animations that I was just able to get out of it. So down here, you just go ahead and press this button, and it records the animation. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but just so you can see how people are actually doing these things. A lot of it is automated. There are a lot of ways you can get animations from other different parts of it, but you can go ahead and animate your dress. And English Taylor, thank you for the tip. I will try to remember about the superimpose. I only think of superimpose when I'm stitching and I want things to be, you know, one on top of the other. But like after I guess conceptually, after I've already put the thing together, then I kind of don't remember that I can do that. But thank you for that. That is a good tip. Good tip. Yeah, see? So now with the animation, it's telling me that, yeah, remember, this dress is too big for her because it looks like it's going to fall off. Remember I said it might be a little bit too big for her. It doesn't look like it's going to fall off, but it might. She might be able to get away with it. So guys, please talk about it, because whatever you say about DC Suite, I'm going to go back and read these comments for sure and check it out, because what I realized, you know, I wonder why you were not able to get it, because it's so new. They need people to test it out and try it. So I don't know why, like, they're stopping people from 30-day, you know, 30-day access. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, and then there's no pricing information on there too. That's one thing I don't like. Like, give me something free, but also tell me how much it costs, because if I start to like it, then I'm gonna want to like purchase it. And someone like me is like, I'm doing comparisons back and forth, and you know, like you, Janine, I want to know the different programs to help the different people that I might come across that maybe are using one program over another program. So this is the actual animation is simulating. Okay, so once it's all recorded on your timeline, then you're able to play it back. And we're going to play this back in real time. And then you have the opportunity to go ahead and start from the beginning. Thank God it didn't fall off. That would have been embarrassing on my 3rd anniversary and the clothes are falling off. Oh, saved my day, girly, with your green dress. All right, guys. Yeah, Style 3D, man. My login is not working for some reason, but let's see. Yeah, I had a trial. Looks like my trial's expired, but I'm gonna get another one because I happen to know a few people that work for the company. It pays to network. You guys using your LinkedIn? It pays to network with some of these people. I'm telling you. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? Now, one of the things I see people don't know that they can do is hide the grid. I see a lot of people you getting animations done, and they do not know that they can hide the grid. Change the color of the background. Change the color to black. Black is terrible in this program. I don't know why. Right? Okay. So these are some of the things you can do, and then you can go ahead and you have two types of render options for animation, and they are here where it says video capture, turntable animation, or you can just go ahead to your render tab and render frame by frame and save it as a movie. So there's that. But let's go back to all right. Let's get the grid back. And that's it. So we always know where the center is. That's very important for animation. See, that's not cool. Let me tell you, freelancers are going to rule the world. Janine, you could chime in because you know what I'm talking about. If you're a freelancer, you have to see. I don't know how people do this. Okay, Browseware, fantastic. Browseware is fantastic. Yep, you guys connect. This is all about community. Browseware is fantastic. They're just giving out indie license. Here, learn the program. Learn. Because then you could do freelance, and they encourage you to do freelance with their programs, right? Clo 3D, yeah, you gotta purchase monthly subscription, all kind of stuff, but it's reasonable. It's a little bit, it's in the middle. Okay, it's reasonable. But Style 3D, how come we don't know your pricing? I'll tell you guys the interface. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. The interface is basically the same. I did do a little bit of a video. I'm going to show you some videos right now. But basically, who's this girl? This girl here, Natalia. Let's go to Browseware for 1 second. This is Browseware. Very different interface. Okay, very different. There's nothing similar in style. You have to learn one and learn the other differently. With Style 3D, if you know Clo, you really could skip a lot of the training. But for Browseware to Clo, totally different concept. If you're familiar with Gerber or Optitext or these other programs, it's sort of on that frame of thought or framework, you can say. And then there's another framework where it's like Clo 3D, Style 3D, and the softwares are kind of like similar or built on top of, the sewing is a little bit the same, the icons, all that kind of stuff. So Browseware is very different. I can't say that I like one over the other. Let me see here. What can I open? Let's open one of their template things. I started downloading some of these. I'm gonna overwrite. You have to click load related avatar. This is Olivia telling me that this garment is related to Olivia 1, which is missing in the local avatar library. That's because somebody changed her name. There's no Olivia 1. So I'm gonna do her T-pose. So this is Olivia. She's their realistic avatar. Oh, I didn't mean to go to 3D animation, sorry. Much more realism in the avatar types, which is one of the things I love. Okay. You can resize her. She's parametric. You can resize her. That means she has, if you want to go ahead and edit the avatar, yes. She has all of her measurements listed out. You can go ahead and change them to your heart's content. Yeah, so I have done several versions. Like, she's got shape. She's a little flat. So I have one that I do that is for swim. And she has a little bit, yeah, she has a little bit more bust. I'm gonna go ahead and give her the same pose and excuse the nudity while I put her back to her default. Okay. Yeah, so I just made this a little bit bigger. I made her a little taller, her torso a little bit longer, and I use her for swim. Just because I like the way it looks. So let's go ahead and see how you dress her. Right now there's an arranged area. Oh, do I want to save avatar changes? Yeah, let's just save it. I don't know what I changed, but they have an arrangement area. So the arrangement area is where the pieces are selected, and then you can put them on there. You know, I mean, you're asking a loaded question there, Perry. Why is it so loaded? Because they're different. They're so different. I can't say that one is better than the other. I will say that one is easier to learn than the other. Because this is very pattern making based. Browseware is really all about pattern pieces. Like if you look in the 2D window, you have all your pieces laid out. You don't see them laid out like this in Clo. Like they don't have a piece layout menu type thing. But in that menu, there's like drop downs and it tells you all about the pieces and where everything is stitched and how everything is laid out. So it is pretty much more about the actual pattern than what's going on in the flat 2D window. You know, it's like I said, it's just a different frame of thought. So now that we have this in our arranged window, it's also going to come up here when we click off. Let's click off, and then it's going to come up here in prepare, and it's going to show exactly where everything is laid out. So let's hit that. Not different. I mean, not irregular, it just looks different. But this is the same thing that as you would do with arrangement points. This is all the same, right? And then everything is sewn together, and then you're just hitting dress. Okay, so you've got things applied here. Same thing. And this is the same, this little button here is the same thing as the simulation button, right? If I want it to be done, it's almost done. Let's just let it be done by itself. Right. So now once it's done, then I can go ahead and, you know, give her some poses. All right, guys, I'm reading your things. So Clo is definitely easier because it follows the same formatting of like Adobe Illustrator or, you know, different Microsoft programming. And, you know, a lot of things are in familiar places, or a lot of things do familiar things. Like the way they work with the lines and the Bezier curves and all that kind of stuff is a little bit similar to an Illustrator or a Photoshop type environment. And they did that on purpose. You want people to, you know, not to have such a steep learning curve for that. But yeah, same thing like clothes, still gets caught in, you know. But this here is not just the hand. Like this hand has its own styling thing, right? And then you can pull it out. It's just different, you know. Like she's touching her body here. So maybe this is not the best pose. But I would still have to click finish. Or update. I'm sorry, update. So then I would be able to go in and modify this pose. Because it's not good for that. So lean on the waist is no good, no bueno. So I could wait for it to finish. Or I can just click finish. Right? And then I could change her pose since I know that's not working. You can make different poses. I've made several poses for them. So you could do the same thing as, am I putting it on the right thing? So where Chloe is in a triangle, this is, you see how much, this is the same thing as particle distance, what I was telling you, right? Why so high, Browseware? Why so high? Which it messes with the simulation. So not to keep you in suspense, you have your material files here, so you can pick your, you can load your fabrics, add fabric groups. Chloe doesn't have fabric groups. Your stitching and your seams, you get to add all different kinds of seams to it, or you can have seam groups so that different seams can go together. Yeah. I mean, things are happening very fast in the 3D world. It's competitive, which is why I think, despite their problems with communicating with people, I think that Style 3D is going to give both companies a run for the money, honestly. Let me see if I can find my Style 3D video, and I'm going to show you guys on video. Like, this is gonna take forever. So anyway, things that I don't like to do in Browseware is rearrange, because once it's dressed, I like to leave it like that. If you notice, because of this particle distance, it's taking a long time. So the same way that you would do it, you kind of have to go to something called the grid and get out of here. And they have piece menu, line menu, point menu. And so they give you the opportunity to adjust all aspects of the pattern. That's why it's more focused on pattern making to me, because usually you're just updating the piece, right? So here they have the grid details. They have it on 0.1. Jesus. So if I did 0.5, it will become a little bit bigger, right? And simulation will happen faster. So that's something that carries forward for all 3D programs, okay? All 3D programs have that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just different. This is some dress, I tell you. This is from their library. So I'm doing a project where I'm working on some things from their library and modifying them. But yeah, you have your zipper here. The zipper is basically attached. Let's see the stitching, right? So you see how the zipper is attached? That's the red line for the zipper. So the zipper is basically doing all of the work, which is okay. Somebody's got to do it. But this is what you call edge assignable trim. Oh, so the zipper is just a piece. It's only going up to the, let me see if I can see that. It's only going up to the neck. Oh, okay, so it's only for the collar. And there's no collar, it's just one piece going up. So yeah, zoom in a little closer, you can see that the zipper stops there, which it looks like it's doing a little bump there at the stitching. So the same way that you would evaluate any garment in 3D is the same way that you would do it in Browseware or do it in Clo or do it in Style 3D. You're evaluating all these points and all these areas and how are they fitting the avatar. Being that the avatar is the goal, you want to make sure that your avatar is the measurement that you want to create your garment. That's it. You know. So different. Let me see some of the other areas. Okay, so in this program, they're very keen on snapshots. So what is a snapshot? A snapshot is a saved version of your work that you might be able to go back to if you venture off too far into the modification, right? So when I opened this, there was the final here, right? And then I put it on a different avatar. If I wanted to go back to this, because I didn't modify the pattern in any way, I could just click this and it will go back to that step, which is something that I really like about Browseware, because with Clo, sometimes once you're done, you're done. Okay, so now we're gonna, so somebody's asking about Style 3D. So let me see what I can find for you guys. All right, watch my little video. Hold on one second. Hello video. All right, let's close that out. So let me see what I found in my folder. Yeah, we can watch our walk. I don't want to get you guys. Let's loop this walk. Get you guys bored. Hold on. I know exactly where I want to go, don't I? Yes. All right, I don't know if I'm talking through this video or not, but this is the Style 3D video. Okay, so basically the avatars are really cute. This is the interface, right? And I'm so sad that I wasn't able to like get it open for you guys, but at least you can see it's kind of flip-flop, right? So the user interface is like a little bit different. Their icons are a little bit bigger, but if you notice, it's the same icons basically. And yeah, so they have a whole section that is just dedicated to fabric, which is a big thing. Yeah, snapshots, man. But here you can design your own camera angles. Clo 3D does not have a camera, and Browseware has a camera, but it's very limited to what you can do. So I can go ahead and I can orchestrate the camera to wherever I want once my animation is finished, and it will do all of the zooming and all of the transitioning that you want it to do. So that's a big plus for me, because it's pretty, you know, good. But if you notice, grid is pretty much the same. The lighting, the coloring, the icons are a little bit bigger, you know. They don't need to be that big if you ask me. They could get a little smaller, you know. There's different tools like they have up at the top edge, you guys, you see up at the top edge, there's like those are like your modular sections that you would have in clothes. So those kind of do different things. But yeah, I'll show you. I think I show the fabric section too on this, where you can go ahead and save your own fabric and design your own fabric in a separate medium and not in this. They have like a separate program for that, which is really cool. But it's the same thing. Like you see up top, it says simplify meshes. It's like baking light maps. These are things that you can do, but it's not really called the same thing in Clo 3D. And you know, concepts like baking and concepts like, you know, mesh triangulation or quadrangulation, whatever that's, you know, supposed to do. Those are more like gaming things and people that use 3D for character creation and other stuff like that. Look at that. So this is the fabric area, right? The fabric area is pretty much, it's cool. It's just like the fabric editor in Clo, but it's a separate software program. So I could just spend all day and just like make fabric. I don't have to have something actually going on in a simulation to create a fabric or a what do you call that? You know, a print layout or fabric or texturing. So I can add the texture here. I can add the fabric properties here, and then I could just save it and I have that fabric, right? This is the animation part. This is how me saving the animation. And as you can see, it looks very close. Like you can see up at the top, like it has a little cloud up here. It has where it has a 2D, 3D window. It's basically a rearrangement. And I looked into it because I was like, how are they able to like do this like so close like this? Like, isn't that like illegal and wrong? I think this is about to be finished though. I don't think I did too much with this. Yeah, this is about to finish in a few minutes. But at least you can see it, right? Oh, I have water here. Like something so similar. So I looked it up, and basically in the beginning, the Clo 3D code was open source. The Clo 3D code is out there. So you have entities like for Unreal Engine, they have Tri-Mirror, which is coming out, which is basically just like Clo. You can import Marvelous Designer, DXF patterns in there, but the format is pretty much the same as Clo 3D. So what people are doing is taking the core programming of Clo and building on top of it. And I think maybe DC Suite also has done the same thing. But like I said, these avatars are cute. They're very realistic looking. Even not for nothing, the black girl looks cute. And I'll say it like that because not all the faces kind of match with the avatars in Clo. Like some of them like, I don't know. But she's cute. You know, so I think they put a lot of effort into that, and I think that's a good thing. And they'll probably be like coming up very quickly because I found it easy to use and easy to navigate because of the training that I have with Clo. But I'm liking the other areas like the fabric area and the animation area, and that's all I was able to really get into due to time. Like I don't have time to like work on 3 different programs. I work on Browseware for work, and I work on Clo for my own personal stuff, and now this one comes in. But what's gonna tip it off is increasing the functionality and price. House of Say, that was a cute song that I had on that video. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Did I finish? I think I finished it. Oh, that was like the final thing. Yeah, I'm feeling the whole animation with the cameras. I wish they had that in Clo. I really do. Yeah. We all know that Grace should be eliminated. I'm gonna put like, come on, girl. I use her, but you know what I'm saying? Girl, your eyes. Girl. Anyway. Anyway, that is it, man. I'm supposed to be on, it's almost 8 o'clock, so I have like 1 more hour to be with you guys. And that's that. So I'm glad I was able to show you that little movie that I did because the Style 3D was not able to open. And hopefully I will get the 30 days back. I'm pretty sure I will get 30 days back. I'm gonna close out the browseware. And oh, I gotta tell you guys, this is the one thing I want to talk about. Okay. I'm doing an event. I don't know if you guys have heard about the event that I'm going to do, my first teaching event. It's called the IACDE, and that's the International Association of Clothing Designers and Executives. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. So this is it, guys. I am actually going to be in one of their events in April, and it's called the IACDE 3D Summit. You guys, I encourage everyone to register, not just because I'm doing it, I'm volunteering my services. I am not a sponsor or getting any extra anything from here. But check it out. I was so encouraged by what they are doing for the people that are joining the event, because what happens is once you register, right, you get like, if you have the software, of course you have to have the software, or you could just watch, right? But if you have the software, you can also have access to fabric files. Like there's a whole section of fabric files, there's a section of pattern files, practice things. If you register for the event, you get that, and you have to actually submit some of your work before the event actually starts. So this is like one of those cool membership things where it's like the members interact with each other, and they kind of, you know, coach you along to like help you learn the 3D or help you practice, that kind of thing. So this is a really inspiring thing for me to be a part of. I'm trying to see where is the other information. Follow us on LinkedIn, form, register here. Let's try this link. I'm not sure where all the links is. Let me check my email, because I think I have oh, here it is. Calendar and booking, speakers and collaborators. So I'm interested to hear, is this Anna Jackson? And she's going to talk about traditional kimonos from Victoria and Albert Museum. And I'm going to go ahead and do the fashion part of it, and taking basic blocks and making kimono styles out of them. It's not going to be long, maybe 20 minutes. So I'll be practicing on that. And then, yeah, she's going to be submitting some different things. Yeah. As you can tell, I did not read this part. I think I stopped at my own part, and then I didn't read anymore. She'll be releasing materials along with videos and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. But I'm gonna pull up some more information so you guys can see. Let me open it on another side. Hold on. I'm gonna go to my email. But this is what the industry needs. They need things like this to encourage people to participate, not just for work, not just on freelance, but as part of a community, and not just one part of the community, but like browseware users, Chloe users, like, you know, the whole part of the community. IAC, the Summit information. Oh, you will, when you register, you will have access to the ADP platform for your Alvanon avatar. So you'll be able to get to use that for a certain amount of time. So you get to experience, Alvanon is a sponsor, so you get to experience that. Let's see what else. I'm trying to get to the links. My confirmation. Oh, not that. That's the same page. Hold on. No, that's not it either. There's a link that shows you everything. But I think... Oh, maybe it's that simple? Am I logged in? Let me log in. It's that simple. You guys talking amongst yourselves in the chat? Hold on, let me read the chat. Hold on. Oh yes, I heard about that Apex Fizz. Yeah, Apex Fizz. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to get. When do we have time, Janine? I don't know. When do we have time? I could swear I was logged in. Oh. Interesting. I don't know what my user password is right now, guys. I never remember. It's like 25 different passwords that I have, and I can't right now. See here. Oh, they sent me my own username. Hold on. I'm gonna get there, guys. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to move fast. No wonder. They gave me a whole different username and ID. Not anything that I would think of myself. Alrighty. I didn't get an error message. But she's taking a longer time. Maybe I'm signed in, right? Maybe I'm signed in. Yep, I'm signed in. Okay, so if you go here, and they have the assignment. This is the assignment. You got a deadline of March 25th. Oh, Natalia, thank you for coming. I know I try to stay on a little bit longer for people who don't have who don't see me much. So I'm glad you were able to go and check it out. So this is the classic kimono. It's one of the assignments. So they want you to get to this from any of these patterns. So you can use these patterns as, they give you the actual patterns, guys. Yes, you can download it. And you can go ahead to, like Janine said, there's other resources that you can go ahead and download, but these are the patterns. Let's see what else we can find out. Fabrics. So you've got all of this access. Register, guys. Hurry up and register. I think there's a cutoff date for registration. It might be by the end of the month, but I would go like right away and go ahead and register, because you know what? People don't give a lot of stuff away. And if you are very talented and you can do these, submit these things, in the different software that you have, like why not? Like get to know some of your peers and get to know some of the things that are going on in your industry. That's a challenge that I'm taking up on myself. I'm starting to put myself out there to, just bring my knowledge and expertise to a larger audience. So these are embroideries that are going for the kimonos. So you can really jazz it up. They really want you to like show out, and submit like some really exciting stuff. And I'm sure that they're going to go ahead and show off their submissions. Substance design, fabrics. We've all seen these fabrics before, but you can manipulate them to your own desire. Let's see, the Shimaseki. Ooh, training. So guys, you're gonna get access to some other softwares, and this is for sweaters and knits and wovens, like all these Dolby wovens and stuff like that. Oh gosh, yeah, man, I'm all for it. But that's it. Thank you, Tina. The pillow is calling you. I hear you, girl. But I decided to come on at this odd time just to celebrate and say thank you to everyone, and thank you to the people that subscribe, and keep subscribing, keep supporting the Patreon. I'm starting to get really into it and give away a lot more stuff on Patreon. And that's it. Like, I'm going to be giving away DAZ stuff. Actually, I'm going to be giving away stuff to enhance your avatars. I'm going to be giving away, I don't know, there's one thing that you guys don't really know. Like, I've started making products for DAZ 3D with Jay versus Lewis. And one of the products that we have are Screen Safe. And Screen Safe. Where is it at? Let's see. I'm just going to search Jay. We co-op on this Stream Safe textures. So this is one of the ideas that I had for the avatars, because I know that they're always naked in DAZ 3D. So I was like, okay, what can we do so that the people in fashion don't have to have like naked avatars all the time, or deal with like the underwear that is like it sticks up. Like there's no underwear that's like smooth to the skin. Like there's underwear you can buy from DAZ, but it's always like raised up, and it doesn't always work with the clothing. So we came up with these, and these are actual skins. I worked with Jay on the colors of the skin and basically getting them to look, realistic for actual human beings. Like the black girl, she's black. She's not looking crazy, but she's brown, So we did that together, and then she's got the freckles. I like her with her red, red hair and all that kind of stuff. And we tried to just incorporate skin colors that can cross over, and the underwear kind of accents to the skin color, and it's not standing out, and it's good. It's a great product, and I'm looking forward to doing more. So you find that on the DAZ store. I don't think you guys knew that I did something like that, but that was over the course of the past year that we worked on that product together, and I'm looking forward to doing more. So keep encouraging me. Is that Tiara? Hi, Tiara. Tiara is a budding young designer working in Browseware, and working on 3D in Browseware. So guys, I'm trying to stay on for another hour. So you guys got to give me something. You got to give me a question, something that I can talk about, because I think I've hit most of the things that I usually talk about. This was our demonstration. I did close the Browseware. Browseware also has a new version coming out. Which is version 3, and I think there's a seminar, either it just happened or it will happen sometime this month, on the 2021 version. Invalid access token. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this. And then I'm gonna try again. But yeah, guys, I'm trying Unreal Engine. Like I said, there's Tri-Mirror. Let me see if I could pull up the Tri-Mirror, and you can see a little bit what it's like. Because Tri-Mirror works with the MetaHumans, and they upgraded their, what do you call that? They just upgraded their software, so they're getting more people interested in using it in 3D. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I pull up the right video for you guys. Yep. Okay. Right, so this is Tri-Mirror, and basically it's another application that is kind of built off the same framework as Clo 3D, but it is for yes. Okay, so pockets, plackets. This is for you, Janine. Pockets, plackets, all kinds of stuff, right? What we're watching right now, this is Tri-Mirror, and they're taking a Marvelous Designer garment, putting it into Unreal Engine, and using the Tri-Mirror plugin for Unreal Engine, and adding cloth simulation that's not from here, because they're exporting this as a OBJ, and then they're applying cloth simulation properties in Unreal Engine. Yeah, can you say that? Can you say that twice, Darrell? No, I don't think I can. But yes, internal pockets, plackets, collar bands, linings. Let's not forget about the linings on the inside of the garment. Janine is asking about the collision. So just like in Browseware, in Clo, the ability to set layers is crucial when you're doing that. But also hiding patterns and hiding parts of patterns also will help with the simulation. In one of the files that I sent to you guys for the anniversary, hold on, green dress. I just name it as I see it. Green dress. It's hard. It's hard because of the collision. So what I noticed is that in Clo 3D, there are things that should have collision that don't, and things that they could do better on. Hold on a second. So here's the one that has pockets, right? So let's open this. Pockets, plackets, facings. So this has facing, which I made sure that I gave you guys like a finished production pattern that you would actually use, and that way you can see how you can do it. So you could use that as you want something to play with. You can go ahead and use that. Okay, so right now I have pockets here. That's why, oh, sorry. That's why I have this layered, right? So I can go ahead and move that so you can see. So my pocket is under there, right? And now I notice, oh, that I forgot to sew the pocket to the top. But the pocket is two piece, right? So I've got this piece, and then I've got another piece, but I hid that piece, right? Why? Because it was confused. I think the pieces get confused to what layer they're supposed to be on if you don't. And one of the things that I don't like, and I think they used to have it, because I've heard it sometimes in different tutorials, that they have negative layers. Because I would want this to be on layer number -1, and I can't. -1. So then it went into her skin, see? So then this, I can show the pattern, but then this could be on 0 layer. So you can do negative layer. So why did I think you couldn't do negative layer? I don't remember. So I'm gonna unfreeze this, or unstrengthen it. And let's go ahead and simulate this back and see what happens. What I ran into on this problem was that it was doing that funky thing that it does. You know what I mean. Right? So you see that? Like, it wants to stay on top. And you're gonna see what happens. But this is why I hide. If I'm not using it, I have it in the pattern, right? I have it there. In real life, I'm gonna sew this pattern and I need that piece. However, in the 3D, to avoid complication, nobody's seeing that piece. The model's not putting her hand into the pocket. So why do we need to see it if this is what happens? Right? So even though you think it's like, okay, it's thinking about it, maybe that negative layer was the trick. -1. I think the negative layer helps. So that's something you could try. For some reason, it didn't work for me on some styles, so I thought like they never did it. But if you put certain things on layer -1, or, you know, far under the top layer, you know, because now this is layer, I could do this -2, right? Let's try -2. Then this one would be -1. And then this one would be my 0 layer instead of 1. Now let's see what happens. I'm scaring myself. But nothing happened. So that's the key, negative layers. I hope that helps. Try that. Because just 1, 2, 3 doesn't cut it, because you have to have a 0, but sometimes you need a sub-0. So try that and let me know how that works out. Because these have plackets and these have facings. So this has a facing, a whole piece, and it's not doing anything, you know, funky right now. It's pretty much just sitting there. Correct. So there is a way to do it, and I think it will help you if you do negative layers. So that's that. Yeah. So what's up, guys? Yo, I need 45 minutes of content. I gotta think about myself. Oh my God. All right. So I told you guys about the product. I told you guys about. Oh, let's look at one more thing. Hold on. Can you guys hear that? Who is talking? I think that's my Twitch. No, it's not my Twitch. Do you guys hear somebody talking on the stream? Because I can't find where this person is talking. And it's Spanish. That's not it. Hold on. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Maybe this is it? No. Gotta be another window open, Doro. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Oh, that wasn't even it. Oh, man. Hold on. Got her. Found her on a different window. Gotta stop opening windows. It was driving me crazy. It's like somebody was talking on the stream. It's like it was just under the music, right? It was just like under the music. And it's like, wait, is somebody talking in the room? Stop opening windows. I'm watching myself now and I see the delay. It's like a 3 or 4 second delay, guys. Okay. Let's see. I want to show you guys something. Yeah. Videos are too short, guys. I can't even show that. Hold on a second. I can play the music back. But that's it, guys. I don't know if I should sign off because I did commit to 9 o'clock. Right? I thought it was part of the music too. That was bizarre. And then it was like Spanish. I was like, wait. Why would I be listening to something in Spanish? What did I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, let's retry. Browser has a new version coming out. I believe they have a seminar coming up on the 24th. But let's talk about innovations. Yes, I have done a zipper fly. Tiara, the zipper fly is the same principle of layers. Where you have a fold, because you know, like garments, like plackets, like Janine, what you're talking about, plackets and stuff, sometimes it's 2 or 3 layers with interfacing to create the bulk of the fabric, right? With the zipper fly, it's like folded and sewn and then overlapped, and then, you know, the waistband sewn around to the front of it, and then the zippers on the inside of the inside layer. Is like to do that in 3D, it takes a lot of steps. It is possible, but sometimes you end up sewing the piece on while it's cut. Your fold line is cut. You sew the 2 pieces on together, and then you join your fold line without unsewing, so to say. That is the trick to doing the zipper, where you have like a folded zipper that you just, you know, or a hidden zipper. Hidden zipper is a little bit tricky. Like I do hidden zippers a little bit differently. Like let's see. So what I do, I'm going to show you real quick with the hidden zipper. And this is in Clo, but the same thing applies in Browswear. It's just part of the pattern process. So right here, I have my zipper, but I have like a little lip to hide the zipper in, right? So what I need to do is put like a little line right here. All right. And then I'm going to make a little piece. Rectangle. Right? Let's just make it. Sorry that these things have so many pieces, but I know you know how to fix that anyway. But yeah. So now I've already sewn the zipper on here, right? So I could sew this piece right on top. So this is where the English tailor is talking. This is where I think about superimpose over and under. I don't usually think about it after I've done all that, but here's where you would use superimpose over, right? Now hopefully my zipper does not detach. That's one of the key things in clothes that the zippers kind of do. So now here it is, right? And I could click here, turn. But if you notice, my zipper is flipped. So let's see what happens here. So it looks like it's a little bit too small. Alright, so then I can hide my zipper, right? I'm hiding the zipper. I know somebody's gonna scream at me on this, but what do you use the drill holes for? What are you using drill holes for? Because my pattern has drill holes. You could just make them. Why don't you just make them? They're not functional. But if you have to put them in for your pattern, why don't you just do it? I think I got rid of all mine though. But you can have it. You just incorporate it as a baseline. You can keep your drill holes. You can keep your button stuff and all that stuff. All right, let me hold on. Let me go to normal. Right, so now what I would do here is take off my displacement. Let's just check the seam. Hold on. I forgot where this thing is. That's on the stitch. Right, so I would just delete this normal map and take down the intensity to 0. Right, and I'll just delete this normal map so that my zipper will look more like an invisible zipper. And then I could go ahead and something about what I'm saying, because this zipper head is not invisible. Let's see if I can get a small zipper head in here. My God. That's not even enough. Alright, so I can do like a little tiny zip there. Maybe that will give me some more leverage. Right. So now if I want to make this smaller, it's like you have to think, you know, how to trick it. Because now I got to stitch this to here. And then it will fold over. Sometimes things are not the way you expect them to be, but you can still make it work. I call those tricks. Right? So you got a little bit of trick here. It's gonna look like an invisible zip. If I can get it to lay down like the bottom one. So. So, you mean to tell me that when you make a dart, there's no way to add drill holes? I would submit that. I would submit that to Clo 3D. There should be an option like, oh, add drill holes. Right? Right. There should be an option that's like, yeah, add drill holes to all of my little things. Because when I have patterns, I have drill holes, they come in automatically. But yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of trial and error to get these zippers to be what you want it to be. So now what I would do, if I need to have this look like invisible zip, I would just go up a little bit here so that my zipper head could stick out, right? And then I would go here. But like I said, this is trial and error, right? Who's gonna think of that? Now you guys know. Looks like invisible zip, right? With the little thing holding here. And then guess what you could do here? Right? Take that out. Take this out. And then I'm just going to rotate that just a little bit. Right? And go up. That's why it says takes practice, guys. Like really, really, really like think about how things are made and practice. Because now I just took off the seam that's on this side up until here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hike up this line just a little bit. Don't go inside. Maybe that was too much. Yeah. Go down a little bit more right here. Oh, where is it? Yeah. Yeah. So then that looks like invisible zip. Like, oh, it's sticking out. It's invisible. When you go to your render, the one thing I do like about Clo is that they do listen to their users. It makes sense that if you have a whole suite, for pattern marker layout, you know, like who's thinking of that? Now you got your invisible zip. Bonus lesson, guys. I can still see some little thing here. And I think that's just because of the fabric. It looks like it almost matches. Maybe I gotta say it's showing here, but not showing in the render. Why? I think because I only did it on one side. Right? I took that part off. But did I take the other side off? Should be on both sides, right? Maybe custom. Showing there. It should show this side, but it shouldn't show on this side. So let's try to figure out what's that line. Fold angle should be 180, right? Nah, that's not it. I knew that wasn't it. But yeah, guys, that's it. So I think I'm gonna wrap up early, but play with it. Try to get rid of the line on one side, and then you'll have your invisible zip. So I hope that helps. It looks like invisible. How about don't render close up? I'm sure you in your travels you can figure it out what's making that line there. And it could be, aha, it could be because of the zipper itself, the zipper line. But you can't edit the zippers. That's what I don't like. I can't edit the zipper at all. That's another thing. Hey, the English tailor, can you submit that too? How can we edit the zipper? How about that? I don't want to have to delete the zipper and then put it back. How about if I just want to tweak it? If I want to tweak it and maybe I made a pattern correction and I want to tweak the zipper. But Chloe listens. That's one of the things I like about it. Browseware listens too. If you tell the team things, they'll incorporate it. That's where I was going with this whole thing. Oh, it's on this side. So the more interesting about this thing, I mean, it's not so interesting, but I was like, oh, that's nice. They have their new view. I think it's in preferences, dark and light. It might be preferences. Yeah, they can now have dark. You can now have the dark preference thing. I have to restart, right? That's kind of cool. And there are also a few other things. I think when they do updates, they tend to move things around in Browseware. They tend to they recolored everything. I mean, it looks nicer. It looks very similar to what we've been looking at all day today. Very similar. I'm telling you, the competition is real. We got to pay attention to these companies because guess what? We got to use the software. They're competing with each other for us, making us more comfortable to use their software. So now they say, oh, everybody likes the dark interface. Now we're going to incorporate that into Browseware. Right. Okay. So if I wanted to open up that outfit that we just had, same thing. This has pockets. So Janine, you know that Browseware and Chloe are very different when it comes to handling layers. Yeah. So let's just take a look at this. So yeah, I just got a blank in my head for some reason. So this little baby has pockets, but my pockets, the layer on the pockets is 0. The layer on the dress is 3, right? So the bottom pocket, the top pocket, and the top pocket and the outer layer is on 2 different layers, and this one is on. I skipped a layer. Sometimes what I do in Browswear is like I make, just so I could be sure that there's not going to be another layer interfering, I kind of skip a couple numbers. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, I might do 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, just to have a little bit of a different, to make sure like there's no even layers, because I don't know, for some reason I think their layers kind of collide with each other, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't like that green piece. I don't like that. I changed mine to like pink. but still it should not change a color, because this is not changing any color. Like, I don't need it to tell me that it's, you know, doing something. This is what's happening here. You know. But you're right. I just like to be careful when it comes to layers. But Browswear does not give you all the colors and all the things. Like, it assumes that you know what you're doing and kind of lets you do your own thing. So I'm just going to let this drape out. This is an original print, by the way. It's in full repeat. If you guys like stuff like this, I'll send some to the Patreon. Yeah, I did this in what do you call that? Procreate. Procreate. Watching TV. That's what I do. I create. Even when I'm just watching TV, I just create. See, now they changed all the colors. I mean, it looks nice, but it's still the same thing. I don't know how else to say that. It looks nice, but it's still the same thing. Like, you didn't really do too much for me. Like, I like the fact that the save the snapshot is right here. Because as soon as that finish goes, then I'm encouraged to save a snapshot. Right? How many snapshots do I have for this dress? A few, right? I am very good at deleting snapshots. I've been trained well. You don't need all those snapshots. If it's not something that, especially after changing patterns, you don't need snapshots. But I love snapshots. I wish that Chloe has snapshots. I really do. I want them to have snapshots. And I want them to have cut lines. We can say it, Janine. We are the users. We can say it. I want you to have cut lines, Chloe. Not take away anything from Browswear. No. I would never take that away from them. But that's what makes them so good. I love the fact that you can make a line and have the pattern still be intact without having to cut and sew all the time. I'm still celebrating, guys. 8,000 subscribers. And still going. Let's see. Did anybody subscribe while I was on there? Why don't you check? Okay, I'll do that. Oh, somebody subscribed. Guys, I thank you so much. It's so encouraging when you guys subscribe and do that stuff. I don't know how this is getting in here. Like, it wasn't like that 5 seconds ago. These are the things that we have to worry about. Why is it doing that? It was perfect. So guess what I can do? I can go back to my snapshot. Right? Bam, it's not doing anything. Because that's why you take a snapshot, and that's why you're able to go back. So now all I have to do is go ahead and put the color back that I want. Right? Let's see, I want this black and white one now. And then you can go ahead and change all of the colors. Right? Oh, I remember what happened. I did half and half, right? I did half and half. That's cute. See, something's still happening there. So what will you do in that situation? I would change her to a pose. Let it go. And I also like this, so you know what piece you're hovering over, and you know where something is wrong. Like if you have drag lines here, you can kind of pinpoint exactly the place that you want to move it. I like that yellow dot. The yellow dot is hot. And then if the dot is on the outside, it's vice versa. You can the dot on the inside, dot on the outside. I like it. All right, I'm totally designing right now. Half and half. Okay, cutie pie. But what about if I'm doing black and color? Oh, it's interesting. But here's a question. What color do you make? But guess what? Guess what? If I don't like it, I could go back, but I can't I already changed the color, right? So I can't go back and go back to that because I changed the color. Anything you do to the pattern, your snapshot will not revert back, okay? So now if I want to go back to materials and I want to just go back to my original plan of design, and then I can say replace all. Did it replace all? No, why? Because I have them separated. Fabrics are separated. All right, that's it. But they have pockets and it looks like a pocket. That's the good thing. Let's see if I can do solid. Do I have any solid here? I don't think so. And yeah, there you go. See, it looks like a it looks like a pocket. You know, like, oh, she's got piece on top of piece and sewn together like a pocket. Can you see it from that side? You can't really see it from that side. But man, that's a pocket. I love it. Thank you so much, Janine, for doing that, for passing on any tricks. Because when it comes to browswear, we know that there are a lot of tricks, especially when you come up here to the styling menu. As far as like touching things and retouching and all of that. You shouldn't really have to. But this is 3D. This is not real life. So you got to work with what you got. You got mesh. You don't have actual fabric with fabric nuances. So you got to retouch, hold, and flatten in this program, which other programs you don't so much, but this one you kind of have to use some tricks that kind of get the fabric a little bit closer to actual functionality. And I'll just leave it at that. But there's so much to love about browswear and so much to love about Clo. And I'm sure Style 3D will come up with a whole nother another point to it. I guess I'll have to do a separate video when my Style 3D account is reactivated. But let's see. I don't know why I like this romper, but that's it. But guys, I'm gonna call it quits because that's 15 minutes. And what time is it, Janine, in Norway? Because are you in Norway or are you on the East Coast? Because I can't believe you're up and sticking it out with me. I appreciate it though. And the English Taylor, where are you? If you guys haven't signed off already. Thank you for celebrating with me, guys. Here's some water for you. Love it. No, I can't lie. I was out last night. I did have a nice time, Tiara. Wink, wink, wink. But it's good. It's good. I'm here to celebrate tonight. And I'm going to sign off, guys. Any more questions? I got 15 minutes. Make sure you find the Browseware, the new release. The new release seminar is coming up. I'm not sure of the date. Tiara, you're my guru. You're my guru on other other points. Wink, wink. Oh. Can't sit in front of the computer my whole life, right? Can't do it. Gotta have real life. But guys, you are a blessing, and keep learning and keep growing and keep doing more. Challenge yourself. Janine, I applaud you for challenging yourself to do layers and get more realism from Browseware, because sometimes they don't know, because they have their own frame of thought of what people want, but they gotta listen more to the users. You know, like if I move this thing, the mesh is very sensitive. Like now it came out, like after waiting all that time, this whole finishing process should be a little bit more faster, but you know. And why do the avatars, why do they have their hair looking crazy? I don't know. Like one thing that I like is that when you hit the ray trace, you can kind of see what they're supposed to look like. But she looked greasy and she looked scared. maybe okay, so when you make avatars in DAZ, right? I'm just gonna put it out there. You get so ingrained in like how they look and how long are the eyelashes and what is the eye color, what is the skin moisture, what are the skin, you get into it and you come out with a beautiful avatar and you're satisfied and you're good. You're like, I'm gonna use this for my fashion simulations. And then you wonder why they do the same thing. Why can't they do the same thing? And then we have to import it in. Like, what is it about the avatars, making of the avatars, that make it so difficult to get nice looking avatars? And who's making them? Is anybody making them with different sensibilities? If you know what I mean? I could share, you know, thing. I'm not gonna do it now. That's like too much. But I like it. I like it. I like Browseware. I can't lie. I love it. I use it all the time. It's just funny to see the differences. Like, I would not expect this avatar to look like this. But that's ray tracing, right? That's the whole thing. All right, guys. Somebody's going to rewatch this. It's 3 hours. I never stay on that long. I know people that stay on and do garments for 3 hours. I never do that. But for you, for this celebration, I did, guys. So enjoy your weekend, the rest of your week. And I'm going to go bring it down, have some ice cream, watch one of my favorite shows, and call it a night. All right, guys. Enjoy. Gotta hit that button. Oh, I gotta hit my thank you. Right? Ah, man, this thing's not working. This thing is not working. Oh boy. There you go, guys.